Alrighty. Hi everyone. It's almost lunchtime. All right. Welcome, welcome. Thank you all for watching. Those who could join live, please ask any questions you have, make any comments as I just share some tips and resources for financial education and personal growth. Okay. Um, yesterday, I shared 3 points for goals. So to, help everyone with maintaining their goals, not saying that it's easy, not saying that it's something that I just did so well with. Like I said, every day I was determined to make a small difference. And you will hear a lot of successful people tell you that just take at least one small step each day to make a difference towards achieving your goals. Okay. So when I'm sharing information, trust me, I'm coming from a humble approach. Like I am listening even to the words that I share with you, and I'm just pretty much creating that positive and educating environment where it's like we could discuss these things that are important to us. So it makes me feel good to share these things with you all, and especially if you all, can appreciate it as well. It's like you could get together with a group of people who want to talk about the same things. So yesterday I discussed that I was reading an amazing article. If you go to facebook.com, I shared it what workshop page, okay? And he was talking about the issues with the government deciding what priorities should it have, and he made a comment about defining your goals and how, you're changing the purpose of people or the priorities. And it was so powerful, so I'm like just sharing with you, like even from my own personal walk. I noticed that when I had defined the goal, it did make me become determined about that purpose. So when you define a goal, you're actually telling yourself you have a purpose now. This is the purpose of me living. This is the purpose of me going to work. This is the purpose that I serve as a wife for those of you who are married, or as a husband. This is the purpose that I serve in the community. This is the purpose that I serve at church. This is the purpose, because every day, if the goal is accomplished, something that's accomplished every day is something you're accomplishing towards over time. So when you know your goals, now you know what purpose you serve. And with that, you'll hear a lot of people saying discipline, self-discipline, self-control, and things of those nature. And I shared Miles Monroe's book on the burden of freedom. He says discipline is going after what you want. So now when you know you have the goal that you desire, you're determined to make it come through. That's your purpose. That's your intent. And that's what it's going to be easier for you to discipline the mind to commit to accomplishing a goal, and disciplining your body to actually manifest that goal. Okay. Today I'm going to talk about um it was actually two 3 points in 3 minutes videos that I needed to do and upload, and I'm just going to talk about it right now because I love just talking casually. Like I sit there and just try to make sure every word is spelled correctly and this and that, and doing what would take 30 minutes to an hour to just do a 3 point video in 3 minutes was just like becoming daunting, like just more annoying. So I recently had a workshop with Daisy Alexander of SE Benchmark. Please, if you have not had the chance to watch it, do so that she could share with you some things that you may need to consider if you're buying a car, or if you have a car, if you have a home or looking to buy a home, or if you're renting. Okay, so check it out. That is what I do. I get you connected with the experts. I bring the resources to you. I want you all to succeed in every area of your life. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask or make a comment. I do offer resources on my online website, www.iam no iam-online.net. So www.iamtw-online.net. Okay, so she talked about insurance, everybody, and she mentioned the comment about how like your driving behavior could affect your rates. Like if you have these driving these tickets, like you're passing red lights or speeding tickets, she's like, maybe you want to do yourself a favor if you're an aggressive driver, like you have this thrill, this adrenaline rush behind being behind the steering wheel. Like maybe you don't want to get a fast car because then when you make these accidents, or when you're like speeding, passing red lights, it does come back to bite you and affect your driver's license and affect your the cost of your premium. So we don't want you to spend more money than you need to. We want you to practice good habits in every area of your life. Like I said, this is something that I believe, so I'm not perfect, but when I see myself as going towards some backwards path or off track, I just say, hey, thank you for your time, but you know what? Let me come back to my senses, and I get recentered. Okay, so I want to talk about three points about our actions, especially if this is helpful with accomplishing your goals. We want some things, but maybe in the process, while we're living our lives, we don't realize that it's taking us away from our goals, that we're actually making it even more difficult than we need to be. We're already effective leaders because we make results happen. We just want to be more efficient at managing our systems, at managing our lives, so that we can get closer towards accomplishing our goals. So we're either producing good rewards or bad, consequences. Okay, so we want good consequences. We want those consequences to lead us towards our goals. And I'm talking about goals because there was a gentleman, he says nothing happens by accident. And that just threw me off. I was like, do you not know what I have been through? You talk about, oh, all of a sudden everything happens for a reason, or like just nothing by accident, or it just almost sounds like how they say it so much it becomes like a cliche, or it seems so divine, like, oh. And I'm like, I went through a lot, and I never realized how intentional I had become until I heard those words and I was where I wanted to be. You follow me? So I did some research a month or two ago, and I was like, I hate cliches. What is the real meaning behind these words? So what it's pretty much saying is, there is a reason why we're going through what we're going through, why the results are the way they are. And it helps to take away the excuses and justifications that we may have behind our actions, behind why things are the way they are, why we're not doing good enough, or why people are the way they are, or if it's just acceptable. And it was amazing because I already had these 3 points in 3-minute videos that I wanted to do. So each of them is 3 points, okay? And I was like, wow, that's it. Along the journey of your life, when you're trying to accomplish your goals, sometimes you just don't really know how it's gonna happen. And you could be determined about pursuing your goals, but then you can meet other people along the way, and you're like pulled over here, pulled over there, and off track, right? And then sometimes you're like on your goals, but then now you got people in your social circle adding extra negativity. It's like, or you know what? It could be like more conflicting values or frustrations going on with people who you do love and you do respect and look up to, and it's like, the burden seems much more, and it's like you're just trying to get to your goal of from point A to point B, college, starting a business, whatever it is. That part is subjective. That part is what you declare that desire, that goal, that interest is, even for your everyday life. Like if you promote peace, happiness, joy, have fun, do your hard work, anybody else coming with all the extra backwards thinking, you already know, like, bye, bye Felicia, tell them bye Felicia with that. Bye. And so it's like, you like, you know what, not that life is perfect, but we do want to feel resourceful enough as leaders to be able to handle those conflicts, those situations, and not always look at people like, oh, you're evil, you're just jealous, or this and that. Like it's like having like just something to say, and it's not really the whole truth, when really two people just have two ways of a different way of looking at things. And so you have to find like that medium where it's like a win-win. Maybe one person will say, well, we'll like do this goal for you first, and then after that we'll accomplish this. It's nothing like when two people could get along and interacting with others, your spouse, family members, co-workers, wherever, So the 3 points I'm going to get right to is when we're talking about defining our goals and having that purpose, right? So we're living intentionally, okay? You might have thought you wanted a relationship, and then you realize, wait, this ain't what I really wanted though. I wanted this marriage, this isn't what I want. I wanted this job, but this isn't feeling like what I want. And or I wanted us to have a good friendship, but this isn't what I wanted. This is not the way we wanted it to be. But nonetheless, at the beginning we had a desire and attraction towards the person. It doesn't matter, intimate or not, same sex or not. I'm talking about all various types of our relationships. So when we're interacting with others while in pursuit of our goals, there are 3 things I want you to consider with your own actions and with the actions of others, okay? And with knowing how to resolve those things. Like I say, it's about taking away the excuses and justifications and correcting it, making your apology and correcting it, okay? So the first one is going to be, are your actions showing that maybe you're just incompetent for the position, incompetent for a marriage or for a relationship, just for that job title? Is it showing that maybe you're just you need to get more training? And I'm not putting anybody down. Like, I know what my abilities were, what my strengths were, and what my weaknesses were, and I would make the adjustments and change positions, and I'm like, this is seem a little hectic and out of my control. This gives me more order. And so I was respecting my personality, not making excuses like, oh, don't strengthen your skills. I did strengthen my skills, but I realized another approach was better for me. So think about that. So if you're feeling like pride comes in when it's like, you don't really know what you need to know in order to accomplish this task, but you still go and proceed anyways. So it's like, you don't even go ask for help. You don't even take the humble approach and say, you know what, I probably shouldn't be here, but let me seek advisors around to help me so I could better understand my job. You follow me? So if something is showing you that you probably just don't know something so well, just ask the question. Don't be prideful. Ask. If you feel like, and if they feel like, well, maybe you should just not focus on this right now and focus on a different task, do that. Maybe this is take a break and start doing some training on that so that it will become easier for you to accomplish your goal. Okay, you deciding if you should quit or slow down or move faster, those decisions are up to you. Okay, so we just want to make sure that when we think about the intentions of our heart and our actions, that we could process that and make it a positive one so that we get more good, healthy results versus messy results. And like I say, when it comes to your auto insurance, life insurance, anything like that, you get taxed for it pretty much, okay? It'll be a higher premium. So eating right, exercising, some people, probably do like these types of hobbies that are very, risque, but the insurance company, they will tax you for that. Okay, also, the next point that I want to make is we might have honest mistakes where we were careless, but it wasn't like you were just trying to be nasty or whatever, but it's just honest mistakes, and this is where insurance comes in, to protect your hard-earned dollars. So that, there I go with that, is there because mistakes happen, and and pretty much people know that it happens. That's why they get insurance, so that dollars will be provided for in the case of incidents occurring that cause financial consequences. Okay, so if you've invested in yourself that way to protect yourself and protect the interests of your customers, protect the interests of your spouse, your family, protect the interests of anybody else whom you feel you want to be looked out for, and to have the dollars necessary to cover any damages, any losses, or to sustain any assets. Okay, because things happen. And so and it's just oversight, oh goodness, I tend to do that. Oh, I was thinking one way. Oh, but I just see that small minor detail was changed. So I love when people are like patient with me, because I'm patient with you. I don't like when they be judgmental, negative. It's like, I'm competent. I do my job very well, but it was just a little minor oversight, a little honest mistake, and that's the difference between you just being completely ignorant or incompetent with the task versus just you are smart, intelligent about your task and you do it well, and it was just a oversight, a error. And honestly, we just have to, you will hear it, pay attention. If you know things need to be moved items off the floor, just take um um take the initiative to just go ahead and resolve it immediately, so that you don't have to be, bothered by it, or it's just, hey, pay attention. Okay, so the third type of intention that, or action, and that I'm going to describe is, your actions are just malicious and evil. So you could do your job really well or not do it really well and not care about it. You could just intentionally just trying to corrupt someone, corrupt some a process, a system, or just you're just being evil. And yeah, that causes, that's why you will hear at the retail stores, they'll say, hey, we want to keep prices down, but if theft persists, we're gonna have to increase those prices. So your actions could be evil and malicious. So when we're interacting with others and we want to, what's your goal? What's your purpose? Why are you talking to me? You so chatty with me. What are you trying to accomplish? You want to sell me something? Okay. Do you just want to sell me something, or are you trying to do more? Are you looking for work, or are you trying to steal, kill, and destroy? Are you really looking just to, get a try, get a feel of see if you would like to do this type of position. So if you honest and you're, a good decent person, people will give you a chance. So my point is, when you want to excuse away, like what they say, oh, it was an accident, I didn't mean for that to happen. Pay attention to what your heart is telling you. It's okay if you jealous. It's okay if you are angry. It's okay if you are upset, disappointed. I'm not saying that these things are like okay, just be that way. I'm saying it's okay if you feel that way when you decide to process it in the inside. You're feeling something, but you have to have a strong mind to say, this might make me want to respond with a malicious intent, but I don't have to. You can make peace about that and continue to live your life. If you feel like these people are no good for you and they cause more aggravation than are helpful and than are resourceful, you have to keep them at a distance. Now, also, when you're processing, when you're thinking about all these emotions, do some research. Identify all the different types of attitudes you could be carrying so that you could resolve it and just say, what impact is this going to have on the next person or on myself? Okay. So we don't want to let pride get in the way. We want to start using our intelligence. So that's to minimize negative consequences. Let's just be mindful of our level of understanding. If we're just incompetent, let's do some training. Let's just, if we make an honest mistake, let's just try to do more reading in the details so that we can provide even better solutions. And then if our heart is being evil or malicious, like, come on, let's just not make enemies out of everybody and just say, you know what, I might not be happy with the way things happen, but choose the higher route, you know, the route of good. Okay. I like to think of a tree, and the trees, they take in a lot of abuse, a lot of, even a lot of the negative stuff or whatever, and it processes that underground, and then it produces fruits for us. So it gets rid of that, but it repurposes even the negative waste that it doesn't even need, and we still get fruits. We still get to survive. So we are, while a tree could, be knocked down by hurricanes, some stand strong, we're just as strong and just as gentle as trees. The amazing things that we can accomplish that is going on in the inside, in our mind, how powerful it is. you know we have those same capabilities, and we're even more dynamic, more special than the trees, even though we do need the trees, so they're very special. Okay, so think about these actions, especially when it comes to insurance policies or when you're trying to accomplish your goals with people. Our actions impact others. Okay, so um think about in every way what you could do to, like, just change the results. If you're tired of the results, and just say, you know what, maybe it's me, maybe I could do something different, and then others to be them, maybe they'll follow suit and follow along and support it because you're on a different pathway now. And which leads me to my next point. Okay, with my like I said, it was going to be a 3 points in 3 minutes video. It leads me with helping us being able to go after our goals and follow it as efficiently as possible. Okay, when interacting with people, we're communicating with each other. Okay, we're communicating with words, our facial expressions, body language. How else are we communicating? Words, we're hearing, listening. Okay, and we do actions with each other too, so we communicate with our actions. We work together, live together, play together, you know eat together, and all those things. Okay, when you know you want something, even now and in the long run, you want to make sure your communication style is being understood. Like, we have different personalities, but at the same time, when you're communicating to people, they should be able to get what you mean, and then not question it, okay? And I struggled with this. I struggled with this personally myself. Okay, so there's 3 types of communication style. Regardless of your personality, you'll see people with different types of personalities, and they could probably act in any given moment in any kind of way. So the first one would be aggressive. So if you're saying, I do not want to do something, but the other person is ignoring that and forcing you, their behavior is aggressive. They're saying, forget what you're saying. I still want you to do X, Y, and Z, and you're going to do it like this, the way I want it to. That's an aggressive personality or aggressive communication, okay? On the other hand, there's the person that says, I don't want this, and then the person who is aggressive allows it. That person is communicating passively, like, you're not really being serious about what you said you want. Somebody just easily changed your mind, and or just treated you however the way they wanted to. Or you might be the type that says yes and want to help everybody, even though that's not really what you want to do. That could be like passive aggressive. You say yes and they don't. So, but it's passive when you're saying yes and you're doing everything else for everybody else, but you're not sticking to your own goals. Then there's assertiveness. Assertiveness is, I said yes and I said no, and you mean what you say, and you leave it alone, keep it moving. Okay, we'll talk about it later, and we'll reconvene and just see what other solutions we could have, because this one is a no-go, or this one is yes, it's okay. So you're assertive. You're not a pushover where people just gonna walk all over you and just tell you what they're gonna do to you or whatever. You're assertive. Yes is yes, no is no. So with accomplishing your goals, think about that, okay? Because people will come to you, all walks of life, all various types of relationships we have, and they're coming with their agenda and their goal to take something from you, or they want something. You have to be the one to say, is this something I could give without it taking me off track? Is this something what they wanted? Can I manage a relationship while going to school? Or can you date someone who could respect the fact that you're in college and that this is going to be some years in, Are they going to be responsible enough to understand, like, okay, I'm still in my building phase. I'm not in a position to be adding additional expenses and responsibilities. I have to take care of the responsibility that I have now while I have the support system helping me out. So we do a lot of things backwards in our life, but if you really want to accomplish your goals, recognize when people are being aggressive and disrespecting what you want, because at the end of the day, you have to go to work, you have to go to school, you have to accomplish these acts on your own, okay? So if they're being aggressive, look out for that. Or if you're being aggressive to people, kind of respect their space. They probably do want to help you, but they probably can't do it right now. So respect both positions, okay, till you could find a better solution. And if you find yourself just being passive, or someone in your life is very passive and they're enabling your ways, try to wing off of their help, okay? Because you're going to suck up all their resources, and then now they don't have any more resources and you're still needing them, but now you can't help them, okay? So try to make, like I say, all it is not overnight. Try to make small changes to say, okay, I'm going to do something differently so that what resources I take in, you could bring resources back into that relationship, whatever it is, work, school, home, marriage, with your kids. You just want to bring back some more resources. We don't want to keep taking away because this person is passive and they keep giving and giving, and then now they are like left out alone and don't have nothing. You don't want people you supposed to love or that are there for you to be, because I'm trying to say it without cussing, the whole, butt out thing. So we just want to make sure we're keeping to sustain each other, so that our goals could be accomplished. But if you can't do it together, yeah, then separate apart, and let that person be and handle the lifestyle that they can handle, and you handle the lifestyle that you can handle. And then, like I say, so we don't want to be so aggressive. You be aggressive when you see other people are being aggressive towards you and not respecting you. So you have to let them know, fall back, and now, we don't want to be weak, passive people, not thinking, putting some conscious thought behind our actions, so we want to be alert, like, what is this doing? What is happening to me? What am I allowing to happen, come to my mind, my body, and things like that? And I'm going to sum it up with the point on the effect on the mind and what's happening. And then assertiveness. We just want to be able to feel confident about our decisions and say, yes, I can do this. No, I can't do this, or let me think about it. And you shouldn't have to feel no guilt. Sometimes some of us, we feel guilt when we're saying no, or it's like when we want to talk about ourselves or what we want to do, it's like, oh, we don't have time to think about it, or your thinking is wrong, or this and that. So preserve your mind, and I'm gonna close it out because it's 30 minutes, and we all have our life to live. So in the mind, somebody is coming to you with something. Your goal was to have a peaceful, joyful life, but they're telling you, do this for me. And you're like, I don't know, that don't settle too well for me. But they keep throwing out all kinds of excuses and reasons to you to do what they want. And then guess what? You get hurt because they played it out so well to make it like it's just okay, it's not going whatever, this and that. And now you feel messed up because you allowed that person to enter your mind, play in your mind, and to engage with that person, okay? So that person was being aggressive. He was not, you said, no, I don't feel comfortable with that. But they kept going, they kept going. And this is the kind of confidence that you need where you can say, you know what? You own some dumb stuff right now. I'm going to need you to stop. Okay? Because if you're going to be passive, that means anybody could come with, that's why they say a person who don't stand for anything stands for everything or whatever. But like I said, I hate all these cliches because this dude is salt. So in the mind, when somebody is coming to you, they're planting seeds, okay? And you need to know what these seeds are, ideas, and they're trying to get you to do what they want. Oh, I just want to hook up. Oh, let's just hang out. I just wanted to meet with you so we could just have some fun. And then they get all reckless as ever, or on the job. You know what? Like, you're supposed to do your task. It ain't supposed to be even that deep. But why people come with so much drama and aggravation, So you have to know how to assert yourself and tell people, no, you coming with too much. You manipulative, you lying, you got too much drama going on around you. Please stay over there. We don't even need to communicate. And so that's assertive. You don't have to be passive. But think about what people are telling you. And I'm going to tell you, I have an integrity formula. I think about God, like I say, the spiritual aspect of our life, where all the different religions come together to help us promote better, healthier relationships. I think God at the top. I think about what my actions are. I think about the other person across from me. How is my actions going to impact them? How are their actions trying to impact me? Now, what has common sense said with the earth? There's earth, with our level of understanding already as human beings. So why are you telling me to do something that I already been understood would not do that? And so I use that formula to help me understand, is my behavior encouraging something positive, or is it going to develop bad habits to this person? And I keep that in mind, okay? So I hope this information was useful, because I think as it relates to money, it will be very helpful, because at the end of the day, we do need money and we want to properly manage our money. But once we get all those other things that's going on behind the scenes with the struggles with people, and we can make that smooth, then you can see yourself accomplishing your goals with your dollars and wanting to fulfill your purpose more efficiently, okay? Well, I hope this information was useful, you all. I thank you all for watching. See you all tomorrow again at 11:30, okay? Take care. Bye.